Okay, boys and girls, this video will help you review what we've learned so far about coins, okay, in topics 8.1 and 8.2. And remember, our essential question is, how do I solve problems with coins? And we've said throughout the year that numbers can be shown in different ways. We have the number 54, which we call standard form, and then we have this, which is called expanded form. And then we have this here, which is the word form. Okay. We've also learned that we can show numbers using blocks, using unit blocks here. You can see 5 tens bars and 4 ones. So there's 54. And what we're doing in these lessons is we're going to stop using blocks and start using coins to show. So instead of a unit block, instead of a 1 square, we'll use a 1 cube, we'll use a penny. Instead of a tens bar, we'll use a dime. Okay? There's still 1 and 10. We're just using something different to show those numbers. 1 penny equals 1 cent. 1 dime equals 10 cents. So let's say a piece of candy costs 4 cents. Well, you have to pay for it. How much are you going to pay? 4 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pennies equals 4 cents. And you see that mark right there? That's the cent sign. Don't confuse it with this one here, the dollar sign. We'll get to that one later. Sometimes it has one line through it, sometimes it has two. Okay, that's the cent sign. Well, if one piece of candy is 4 cents, how much are two pieces of candy? Well, 4 for one and 4 for the other. 4 plus 4, that's a doubles fact, is 8. 8 cents. But now imagine I want to buy 4 pieces of candy. Well, I have 8 pennies there, but that's not enough. That's only enough for 2. I need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, now my pocket's starting to get a little full. I have 16 pennies, 16 cents to buy these 4 pieces of candy. But what if I wanted to buy 16 pieces of candy? Oh, well, I would have to carry around with me 64 pieces of candy, 64 pennies, 64 cents. That's a bit too much. And I would probably need an extra pocket to get all of these coins to the candy store. So instead of doing everything with pennies, we come up with coins that are more valuable. This one is the nickel. A penny is 1 cent. So if we have 5 pennies, that's exactly the same as 1 nickel. They're both 5 cents. So just because somebody has more coins when they have 5 pennies, it doesn't mean they have more money. So if we have 10 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's the same as having 2 nickels. Okay, because 5 plus 5 equals 10. Nickels are pretty convenient things. Well, there are times when even nickels are kind of a pain. and we need something stronger, something more valuable. So we come up with this coin here, the dime. Now the dime is pretty interesting because even though it's worth more than a nickel, it's actually the smallest coin. Size doesn't matter here. So if we have 10 pennies, we have 10 cents. If we have 2 nickels, we have 10 cents. And if we have 1 dime, we also have 10 cents. Okay, so somebody could have a whole bunch of pennies in their pocket and still have less than the person who has just 1 dime. Now, the quarter is worth 25 cents. This is the biggest coin that we have so far. Okay. On the front, on the head side, we have George Washington. We've seen him on the dollar bill. We've seen the Washington Monument, and we've seen his face um, on Mount Rushmore. And we also talked about him when we talked about the inauguration. Now, quarters are very important because they're worth a lot. A quarter is 25 cents. If you had to do that in pennies, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Or you could do it in 5 nickels, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, that's going to leave a lot of space in my pocket. Or we could do 2 dimes. Now that's 20 cents plus a nickel is 25. Or 1 quarter for 25 cents. It's so convenient. And then we come to this very big coin here, the 50-cent piece, or the half dollar. Now, the 50-cent piece is pretty easy because it's just so big. And look how great it is. We could have 50 pennies or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's 10 nickels. Or how many dimes? 5 or 2 quarters or one 50-cent piece. So once again, here's our penny. It's got Abraham Lincoln on the front. On the obverse, on the tail side, we have the Lincoln Memorial, and it even says it on the back, 1 cent. Then we have the nickel, which is the thickest coin. It has Thomas Jefferson on the front. Now, this is a newer nickel. You might have seen this one more often. Okay, it's still Thomas Jefferson, and it tells you on the obverse, 5 cents. By the way, that house that you see there, Monticello, that's where Thomas Jefferson lived. And here's the dime. Remember, this is the smallest coin. It's got a rough edge. It's almost like a gear, where the nickel and the penny are very smooth. And it tells you on the back that it's 1 dime. Okay, and here's the quarter dollar, the quarter. It's 25 cents. And it tells you on the back that it's a quarter. And here, just like it says on the back, is the half dollar, which is 50 cents. So here we have how much? Good, 6 cents. What do we have here? 7 cents. What do you see here? 17 cents, because 10 plus 5 is 15, 16, 17. And here we have 26 cents. Now we have 27. Ooh, a quarter and a nickel. 25 plus 5 equals 30. 31, 32, 33. Here we have a nickel by itself. That's 5. Oh, now there's 10. Oh, that's 15. And that's 20. We're just counting by fives. 21. So what I need everyone to remember is that this coin is worth 1 cent, and it's called a penny. This one is the thickest, it has a smooth edge, is worth 5 cents, and it's called a nickel. This one, even though it's the smallest, it's worth more than the ones on the screen so far, is worth 10 cents, and it's a dime. This big one here is worth 25 cents, and it's called a quarter. This very big one here, which you won't see very often, is worth 50 cents, and it's called the half dollar, or the 50-cent piece. And coins actually get bigger. There's this one here, which is not as big as it looks, but it's much bigger than the 50-cent piece. This is a dollar coin, and these were around for a while. They weren't really very popular. And then they tried making a dollar coin with Susan B. Anthony, and that didn't last very long. So then they tried again by making something called a gold dollar, which wasn't really made out of gold. And this is a woman named Sacagawea, which some people mispronounce as Sacagawea. You'll learn about her later. People just, when we get to a dollar, people just like that paper money. Okay, that's it for now for coins. See if you can borrow some coins from mom and dad and practice. The end.